$1,000 like 3 months rent.
That's
what
horrible.
do you do? You can't get the money back. Who'd you send the money to? Well, we did a wire transfer to a bank account. You can't.
Yeah,
you can't track it down.
The going to a bank account, you can't track down.
It bounces left and right. There's all different names. It's just, and the banks are very uncooperative. Typically very uncooperative with the banks.
Why are the banks uncooperative?
I don't know. I don't.
I mean, the whole deal with banks is they're supposed to offer security.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they?
Why would a bank cash a check that they know those checks are fake? All those scam checks. They know they are.
You think they are?
Well, the Bank of Zimbabwe, come on. $40,000. They know it's.
Wait. Do they cash the check and then give?
Well, they'll take the check and they'll put it into an account and they'll say, okay, it's going to take a week for it to clear. Right. Someone will pull money off that check out of their account, and then the check bounces and people lose the money.
All right. All right.
No, banks are no help. If you think your bank's going to help you, every once in a while you might get a teller that's sympathetic and he or she might be a little savvy and they kind of have been around, but they're not going to counsel. They just take it. They don't counsel every person that goes in there.
Right. Well, and then meanwhile, I try to cash a check and I've got to pretty much stand on my head and do a few cartwheels for them. And it's
like I said, you guys can't see what we look like, but if Dave's like a used car sale, he looks like a used car sale. I wouldn't buy a car off of you.
I'm extremely trustworthy looking. Don't forget about car scams. You ever run into one of those?
Yeah, it's the same thing. I would never buy a car off, say, Facebook Marketplace, off the internet, because if you buy it and you meet up with someone and you give them the check, and sometimes people have given the people the check, they don't give them the title to a car, they'll mail you the title, or you buy the car for $5,000 and a week later the brakes go and you try to get in contact with that person. Usually private sales like that, to try to get your money back or to try to get any type of recourse in your favor is very slim, and you're better off going to at least a car dealer. If you're going to buy a used car for $10,000, you're better off going to a car dealer, because at least there's some legal recourse. Not that the car dealer ain't going to give you a song and dance either, because they do. But with a private citizen, you're going to get nowhere except aggravated.
And there's no real recourse for the private sale.
What are you going to sue me? I already spent the $5,000 or $10,000. You're not going to get nothing out of me. And if you do get it, you might get $1,000 a year for the next 10 years, right? So, the car scams are huge. Facebook Marketplace, anything like that. Go to a dealer, deal with the flim-flam at the dealer. At least at a dealer, there's some recourse.
At least you're working with professionals. Is that what you're saying?
At least you're working with professionals at the dealership.
Let's wrap up on this one. There's a case of a college kid that you dealt with.
There's actually two cases.
There were two. Oh, that's right.
Two cases.
Yeah, I can't say the words.
Yeah, I'll say them. When people report crimes, or when they come into the station to report a crime, or when you go to their house and they're going to report something to you, a lot of times, just by the expression on their face or how they bow their head, you can tell they're very embarrassed about what they're going to tell you. So we had a kid come in, and I was at the front desk working. He came in and he kind of looked around. He says, in a real low voice, "Can we talk somewhere private?" And boom, I knew he did something messed up. Mm-hmm. I said, What's going on? What's going on, brother? He goes, I'm kind of embarrassed. So we went in the back and he said, I met a girl on the internet and, we were talking and she said, hey, would you mind filming yourself playing with yourself and we can kind of have like cyber sex over the internet? So he's like, okay, I guess I'll do that. Why not, right? Mm-hmm. So he did it. And then a couple of days later, he got some threatening emails that, hey, you need to send $500 to this account or $500 via, I think it was actually Western Union, mm-hmm. or we're going to release that video out to Facebook to all your friends. So what do you think he did? Nate, what did you do?
If it were me, I'd say, do it, pussy. Release the video. Do it. Well, let's see.
And would you insist that they put your website?
I would insist they put as much information about me in that video. Like, okay, go ahead, do it. Let's go. I'm not giving you $500 because I yanked my chain. Go ahead, do it.
Well, unfortunately, this kid wasn't as brave as Nathan. So what he did was they hit him up 10 times for $500 of whack.
Oh.
No pun intended.
Oh, yeah, no pun intended.
So he did $500 within a couple of months for $5,000 altogether. He ran out of money. He didn't want to tell his parents. So at that point, he came into the station.
Oh.
And we discussed the option. Option A was what Nathan said. Just release it. Yeah. I don't care. Release it. Who cares? He wasn't having that.
Yeah.
I said, well, let's try this. So I made a fake Gmail account, and we sent a email to them under this fake Gmail account, and I posed as his sister, and I said, hey, I'm writing you because my brother's in the hospital, and I told her the whole scam, and he told me this happened, and he tried to commit suicide. He didn't try to commit suicide. It was just a ruse.
Yep. But
he never heard from him after that.
You sent her to the email saying, "I'm this sister. He tried to commit suicide. We're going to go to the police
and all that." So whoever this person was, obviously they were afraid, and they just stopped and they left the kid alone.
That's
And the other kid, the other kid that came in, same college, kid, like 22-year-old kid.
All right.
He did what Nathan said.
He did.
Oh, man.
He gave him like $500. Then he came in and said, "Hey, this is what's going on." And I said, "Well, we can try this or we can try that." And
you suggested the same thing with his sister?
I said, "Well, let's try that." And he didn't want that. He just said, "Fuck it. I'm not going to pay him and see what happens." Never heard from him, and he probably got away with it.
Yeah,
but I guess it could be embarrassing. I guess.
I wonder why. I mean, if someone did he tell him? Did he send him a message saying I'm not going to pay you, or did he just not respond to the message?
I don't know what he did. I think our last conversation was like, "Fuck it, I ain't paying him." So I'm thinking he probably just stopped talking to him.
Yeah,
because a lot of these people are very good at manipulating. They're very good salesmen. They're very good at manipulating.
Oh, it's amazing.
You. So
it's amazing how good they are.
Any type of scam, we always teach people, just no contact at all. Hang up the phone, delete the email, don't text them, don't answer the phone, block them, whatever you got to do, because you want to know something? They have hundreds of thousands of names. They'll give it a try with you. They'll try a couple of times. If they don't feel that you're going to bite or you're not manipulatable, what's that word? You can't be manipulated?
Yeah.
If you can't be manipulated, they're going to go to someone else.
Yeah.
So that's all you got to do. They will go to someone else because who's that? There's a sucker born every minute. Who said that?
P.T. Barnum.
P.T. Barnum. There's a sucker born every minute.
Yeah.
Someone can be scammed at any moment of the day.
Huh. It's fascinating, and I know we've got more on this that we'll pick up.
Yeah, there's just so much out there. There is so much out there. But if it sounds too good to be true, it is. Don't send your money to Jimmy 2222 via Western Union.
Yeah.
If the girl asks you to jerk off on a video, tell her to come on over and you'll do it there.
Yeah. Nathan,
don't send a video out.
In fact, Nathan, if you want to do that tonight, show up at my place with a cleaver. I want to test the stand your ground law once and for all. All right, that's it from episode 10 of Inside the Thin Blue Line. I'm Dave Rattigan. With me, Dale Lawrence, not his real name, and the actor.
It was great to have you back, Nate. We missed you, buddy. Come on.
Nathan Arroyo, who contributed, as always, when he was paying attention.
Yeah.
All right, see you next time.